You know, in the dictionary, if you look up the word Dodge, it says to avoid. Oh, right to the hip. Dang it. Still good. Now we got the pickle fork. See you be stuck now. Now remember, you have only yourself to blame. Send it. Hey guys, how's it going? Propped up against the wife's Durango here, getting ready to change some ball joints because these bad boys are about to go. They bad. They're rattling, things starting to get squirrely, kind of goofy. I'll open the box up and show you what we're going to attempt to change today. Wife ordered everything off Amazon, the Jungle website. We got all the front end parts that we need. We got upper control arms with grease zerks, both sides. We got sway bar links, both sides. We got outer tie rod ends, both sides. Inner tie rod ends, both sides. And lower ball joints, both sides. We're at least going to do the ball joints and control arms today. I'm going to set you guys up and we'll get started on it. First, we got to get this thing up on jack stands. That's much better. Can you see that play? Right there. No bueno. Here's a way you can check the tops. See that? That's bad. Taking this axle nut off here before we get everything broke loose. Oh, right to the hip. Okay, now get in here and look close. When you do these axle nuts, you back them clear out to where they just go past that. You want just a little bit of a lip there. And then to pop these bad boys loose, brass hammer. Won't destroy everything, won't gum up the threads. Hit it square on. Bingo! That way you don't cave this down to where it messes the threads up when you put it back on. Not supposed to reuse them, but I do. And it won't smash your threads down here. I've done it. Don't do it. Okay, so we got caliper, brakes and all that tucked up here. We got the wheel cylinder unplugged from up behind here and pulled down and routed around out of the way. We got the rotor off. Now we're going to take this nut right here loose and loosen the top ball joint. Hopefully that goes good. There we go. Sweet. You guys might be asking why I don't use an impact for this, and that's because I don't have an air compressor good enough to run my impact for my air impact. I have all the air tools I need, I just don't have an air compressor that'll run them, and battery charger for my electric impact took a crap. So I can no longer charge them and I can no longer run them. So we're like Amish around here. We're doing it all by hand. We're making it work with what we got. Maybe someday we'll get some other stuff, but for now, we roll with this. All right, we got it backed off a little bit now. I have a jack stand set up under here to catch this. We're gonna hit right here, and it should let that drop. Then to get that off the rest of the way, pry down, because if you don't, that'll just let your stud spin. Nailed it. I didn't pull the tie rod loose, y'all. Now we're gonna do that real quick. Same concept. Wish I had an impact, but we don't, so we make it work with what we got. Sure would be nice though. I just need a bigger air compressor, I suppose. Dang it. All right. Oh. So our stud's spinning. So we get us a 10 mil. Still good. Go ahead and take this bottom ball joint loose now. See if we can't get it off without spinning a stud. Can we fit her on here yet? Now we got the pickle fork. see you be stuck now. Now remember, you have only yourself to blame. Effect, yo. Bigger head. Got it. This right here is the bottom bolt joint, and it presses straight down and out. Ugh. Using this tool. This will go right there. Yep. That will go there. That will go there. Now we tighten. Watch right here. Come on, baby. You can go any day now. Cat fight. Knock it off, you two. Oh. Everything jumped. There we go. We got the upper control arm out with 2 bolts. Now, if you're doing this at home, you have to be careful. There's flat spots on this bolt that's called a centric. Those lobes will push your control arm in or pull it out where you need it. So I marked with a Sharpie where they were sitting so you can get it back somewhat center to where it was. Bottom one don't matter, it just goes straight in. Snap ring, greaser, spindle, good to go. Figured I'd touch base and check up. Alright, we're gonna put everything back in now. working in a cave. Now if you're doing this at home on your own and you've never done it before, you just want to snug these up. Don't wrench them down ogre tight. You have to get the weight of the vehicle on them to cinch them down tight. So you just want to snug them up. That's it. Ow. Alright, now we're going to do this bottom ball joint. Get that moved out of the way. Alright, first, got a little bit of sandpaper here, just going to clean it up. Send it. Here we go. Real quick, y'all, I got it torqued. I'm just throwing everything back together. We're going to be done for tonight. Grease everything up as soon as I'm done. Touch back in tomorrow. Hey guys, me and Shermie here, working on the wife's Durango. We're going to do ball joints on the driver's side today. We did passenger ones last night, but the camera wasn't working too good. I had a heck of a time, so we're just going to film the driver's side, and you just do exactly what we do on this side to the passenger side. Thanks for tuning in, guys. First thing we got to do is get this up on those jack stands. Ready, Shermie? Done. I obviously don't have an alignment rack. I don't even have a garage that I'm working in, so I'm going to mark up here where these centrics are. That's the bolts that adjust your alignment. We're just going to outline it and put an arrow showing up. No, there's Shermie again. Tacking it lefty. These are slotted holes, so when you do this, you want to mark them so you can get them right back where they need to be in those slots. That's how I do it. Put an arrow going up, and then I put a little half moon or circle around it, just outline it. I do it on both sides, because this controls how your tire sits in and out and side to side. Camber, caster, camber, caster, toe. Alright, now we're just going to start taking everything apart. Route the brake line right behind the caliper mounting bolt, and then bury it down in there to where you can't get nothing to it. You know, In the dictionary, if you look up the word Dodge, it says to avoid. Come on, baby. We got a lug stud that's all messed up and boogered. We're gonna fix that while we're in here today. Maybe. We'll come back to that one. All right, that's loose. Now we just start breaking all the other stuff loose. I learned my lesson yesterday. Tie rod comes loose first. Yeah, man. It's happening. 22. 25. Will it pull it? Well, the air compressor will pull everything with the impact till we burn the air compressor up. See if it's got enough oomph to do this. Yeah, that sucks. Super sucks. When you're doing these axle nuts, bring them out where they're just flush. You want everything to be even. Then, my trick is brass hammer. Won't mar anything up. There we go. And bingo bango. Ta-da. Done. Alright, I got us a jack stand set up underneath there. Now we got our nut backed off most of the way here. We're gonna move our brakes to I guess they're along for the ride. Here we go. Sweet. Okay. To get that. push down. That's a tapered stud on the bottom of that ball joint. Push down in and it'll grip it tight. And take the tie rod off. Ooh, should unhook my wheel speed sensor too, or ABS sensor. I think it's one and the same with this particular vehicle. With a passion, I hate those things. Ugh. Tie rod nuts loose. Same thing, give her a couple whacks. We're working right here. We're getting this nut backed all the way off. Air compressor shut off again. Here we go. Having a tiny air compressor teaches you patience, at least. Someday I'll have a big air compressor and or electric tools, battery powered, and preferably a garage to work in would be pretty sweet. If I could heat that up, it would almost fall off there. You ever seen one of them mini ductors? Things are pretty neat. Alright, we put a different cup on there. We're going to try this again. It's moving. Dang. That's rough. All right, so let's turn our attention to the uppers. Hiya! Hoya! Height! Hoot! Got it! That's what I'm looking for. They have lobes on them that pushes forward and backwards. That's why I mark them. Do we got enough air now? Let's see. right there. That's all that it's pressed out so far. It's gonna all fall in this cup. You ready? Bingo! Got everything out. I'm just gonna come through with some sandpaper I got folded up and clean up the edges so everything presses in there good. The new ball joint fits perfect down into that cup. Then you go with that one up on top. Bingo. Now there's a snap ring that goes in that groove right there. Snap ring pliers. Good deal. Got the greaser put into the top control arm ball joint. Take the plastic boot off. We can go ahead and start putting this bad boy in. Okay, she just goes in right in here. I mark the bolts up like that for each side. Still on up. Got everything back together here. Start going through and getting everything buttoned back up. Yeah, come on now.